On this week's episode of the 24MX Workshop, we'll be going through 5 essential must-have items for the Enduro rider. First on the list is the Proworks mini socket set. Simple, practical and robust, and it gets you out of the trouble when on the long rides in the woods. So you've got the 10mm, 8mm and 12mm socket. So for the basic jobs, let's say if you were to fall off and snap a lever, obviously you can use your 8mm socket set there to change the levers. I mean, you're not going to change the rear wheels with it, but like I said, any miniature job, or if you need to adjust anything, you've got the flathead screws or the Allen key adjustments here. So it's a pretty cool little tool. So you can put it in your bum bag or in your backpack. So gets you, like I said, out of trouble, because most of the time people leave their tools in the van. They go out for a ride and like you snap a gear lever or snap a brake lever or a clutch lever. Having this little tool will get you out of trouble. Second on the list of the essential must-have items for the Enduro rider is the 24MX utility waste bag. Now there's 6 different compartments on this bag, which I'll show you next, but we've got at the back a rear mud flap, which is very handy to stop all the mud getting into the zips when you're out riding. So that one has a clip in as well also to stop it from coming up whilst you're riding. The bag also has a rubberized back, which keeps it nice and comfortable when riding and doesn't slide up and down your back. Now I'll show you the different compartments and what we take on a ride. So as you saw in the previous video, we have the Proworks mini socket set. That is a must-have for going out on the trails. Like I said, if you're to crash and snap a lever, or you want to adjust your bars or levers, this one is a must. So on the back here, you can see we've got the first compartment, which I would personally say is ideal for any tools, spare levers or socket sets to go in. So that one is nice and tucked in out of the way. Also, the bigger compartment at the back, you can see it does extend to give you more space to put spare gloves or any of the parts in. But also, what you've got in here as well is a fold out system, which you could put your phone in. So in a case of emergency, always have your phone with you. So you can tuck that and zip it out of the way. You can see here, you've got a few slots for some screwdrivers, or you could put your spare levers in there. That also Velcro zips out. Same again for more tools, or like I said, more levers. And here you've got the main compartment, which cable ties are a must-have for Enduro riders. If you're snapping cables or any sort of quick fix job, cable ties are definitely a must. So you can fold them in there out of the way. So you can fold your phone back inside, any spare levers in there, fold it back over, then do up the zip. And obviously with our rear mud flap, you can fold that over onto the Velcro part and then clip it up and pull it nice and tight. So now all of our stuff is nice and tucked out the way. 2 side pouches, the first one on the right hand side. I mean, most people go to events or go trail riding with vans or cars or trailers. So keys, you want to keep them somewhere nice and tucked out the way. You can see inside you've got 2 sides to it. So you can pop your keys in there. And we've also got nice sealed up zips here. So as you can see, the zip isn't exposed, so water or dirt won't get into it. And on the other side, quite a cool feature, we've got a pocket for your bottle. So, I mean, most riders will have camelbacks, but if you want a spare bit of water or juice, you can put your bottle into there. And obviously you can do it up with the bungee cord, keeping that nice and tucked out the way. Or if you've got a larger bottle, there is an extension piece down here, so you can pull it out. So if you want to carry more hydration or more fluids with you, you could put a litre bottle of water in there and so on. So with all that in place, we'll throw it on and then we'll tighten up with the adjuster like so. And as you can see, everything's tucked out the way, nice and neat, and they won't be getting wet or dirty because they're tucked in the pockets and compartments out of the way. Next on the list is the X-Mudder Pro Hydration System by 24MX, which holds up to 16 litres of storage capacity. Now the front pocket here, you've got space for phones, keys, spare levers, gloves, you name it. You can store it in there, food, any energy bars. So you've got plenty of compartments there to store it into. And the main pocket on the back is where you'll find the 2-litre bladder for the hydration system at the front, which does poke out either side of the back of the pack. My personal preferred side is right hand side because I grab it with my right hand. You can do left side, but you've also got extra storage for thermal coats in the winter, or extra layers or gloves, whatever you name it, you can chuck it in there. And lastly, on the bag, we've got the bottom pouch here. So for instance, your mini socket set, if you've ran out of space or you've cluttered your bag with gloves and coats, etc., you've got one last compartment down here. So you can slide your socket set or whatever you want, spare gloves in there, and it's tucked out of the way, and then nothing interferes with your hydration system, affecting the bladder inside. The fourth item on the list of essential must-haves for the Enduro rider is the 24MX Enduro lifting pull strap. Now we've got the front and also the rear. Now the rear is a universal fit for most models, but doesn't actually fit this model intact. So I'm going to demonstrate how to install the front pull strap. So we're going to get our strap and start going underneath the front yoke, but over the top of the front mudguard. Because if you get it wrong and you fit it above the yoke, when you pull on the strap, you'll pull the strap up the headlight, but you want to be keeping it underneath so it pulls up against the yoke. So we're going to go through the hole first, and then we're going to go round the back of the fork, and then coming back through the 2 slots. We're going to go inside first, put a good few inches through, keep it nice and tight, and then push it back through the outside slot. And I'm going to pull that nice and tight. And then as you can see, as you pull it, it'll pull the tension on this metal bracket like that. And then I'm going to come round the other side of the fork, and it's going to be a likewise method. Just simply go through the hole, but making sure we go behind the brake cable, because if you go over the top of the brake cable, if someone pulls on your strap, it'll squish your brake line. So we're going to go behind the brake cable, making sure that strap is still flat and not twisted. So we're going to go through the metal bracket first before we go behind the fork, like that, keeping the metal bracket over this side. We're going to go behind the fork now with the strap, and then come back around into the first slot, pull it tight, make sure we've got enough room on the strap. So we're going to slacken off a little bit to give ourselves some room, so if someone needs to grab that strap, they've got a good firm grip. And then we're going to pull that tight and then put it back through, and then pull that one tight. And then any excess you want to cut off, or you can cable tie it out of the way, and then your pull strap there, now nice and firm. So if you get into any grief, someone can throw a rope down or grab it and obviously pull you out of harm's way. The last item on the list are handguards. Now I think these are most crucial for enduro riding because it saves your pinky fingers from trees or passing riders or roost. Now there are many different makes and models of handguards which can be found on the 24MX website, but these ones are lever mounted. You can get handlebar mounted ones, which as they sound, mount to the handlebar. The only problem is it clutters up the bars. So personally, using lever mounted handguards, as it sounds, you can fit it onto the lever, and then it stops you from taking up space on the handlebar. So now I'm going to show you how to fit these handguards. The rubber grommet, very common on most bikes. Most motocross bikes have these because they don't come with handguards as standard. This just stops you from getting dirt into the lever. So we're going to remove the rubber grommets either side, and then we'll start with the front brake system. I'm just going to remove the fixing bolt. making sure we don't lose the front brake lever when doing this. Let it rest there. And then with these handguards, they come with the bolts already supplied. So we're going to slide that down through the lever. Also as well, with these handguards, they provide you with cable ties to obviously fasten the inside of the handguard so it stops it from pivoting round when riding. So we'll slide that one through there. Like that. And then without dropping the lever, we're going to install the handguard into place, slide the bolt down through, get our 8mm socket set. We're going to tighten up the fixing bolt that goes down through the handguard. And then with the cable tie, we're going to go around the cables and fasten that one up. So like I said, the reason for the cable tie is it keeps the handguard from moving when you hit a tree, or if you catch another rider, it stops the handguard from pinging out. So that one stays in place. The cable tie keeps it nice and neat over here with the cables. And obviously when you're riding around, you don't want the handguard to come and hit the lever because it would get annoying and it could cause a crash, because sometimes the handguard could hit the lever, pulling the front brake on. Then to the clutch side, same again, remove the existing fixing bolt. Pull that one up through. Same again, try not to lose the lever. Not forgetting to put the cable tie through beforehand. As you can see, it's already got 2 holes ready for the cable tie. And then same again with the bolt already included. I'm going to put the cable tie around the clutch master cylinder, bolt down through the lever. We'll do it finger tight for now. And then as you can see, we're going to put the cable tie around the kill switch cable and clutch. Put it fairly tight, not too tight that you crush the kill switch cables. And then finish off by tightening up the 8mm fixing bolt on the lever. That's nice and tight. And then with a pair of snips, we're just going to snip off the existing extra cable ties. And there you have what I class as the essential must-have are the handguards for the Enduro bike. So that's a wrap on the 5 essential must-have items for the Enduro rider. First of which being the handguards and the hydration system, the mini socket set, the Enduro pull lifting straps, and the 24MX utility waste bag, all of which can be found on the 24MX website. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode.